Make me happy. Yeah. Family meetings end up making people happy. This is Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, and we're talking about communication within the family. Now, I want to recap a quote that I said last week. Families work out of communication. They do not work out of no communication or miscommunication. Kids will go where they get recognition. Kids will do what others tell them to do, but really what they're looking for is acknowledgement. They're looking for identity. They're looking for things to feel good about. But a lot of times, good things isn't necessarily the right thing to do, and they don't know the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do until usually it's too late. So, what do we do about that? So you need to take the guesswork out of your communications with family, with young people, or with anybody you're talking to. So first, you have to start by not assuming that we know what each other is thinking or what we want or want to need. Now think about that. We can't assume that we know what each other's thinking. Second, we have to provide each person with the means of communicating that is fair and ensures that each family member feels secure in their communication. Now, what exactly do I mean by that? Think about that. What is fair communication? What is secure communication? What is secure in communicating? That means that people... Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say it would be a safe place for each member of the family to be so that they wouldn't be judged, they wouldn't be interrupted, they could say what they needed to say as long as it took them to say whatever it is for them to say whatever they needed to say.
I was just going to say that was the key, honey, is there are people in my family that it takes a while for them to get what they want to say together. It takes a while to put the words in a sentence and then the sentences into a paragraph.
You mean like me?
Well, sometimes, yeah. And a lot of times I'm going really fast and I expect answers back really fast. But when you're talking to somebody who hasn't thought about what you're saying to them, they have to kind of create what their answer is and then kind of evaluate it. And then if you're going really fast and you're somewhat aggressive, as some dads are, all right, they also have to presuppose what the answer is going to do to you when you're on a roll someplace.
Well, plus they probably are figuring out, well, what is he talking about? What
Yeah.
is the question he's even asking me, because I don't have a clue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clay, I don't think you could have set this up better because you have
What?
someone that you know pretty well on the line here who has a comment for you.
Who is it?
Welcome to the show, Elizabeth.
Ah, Elizabeth. Hi, honey.
Hi,
Elizabeth,
guys.
ladies and gentlemen, this is my daughter. She's 21 years old, and she's outrageous. What can I do for you, honey?
Well, I'm just calling in with a comment.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you guys know and everybody else that's listening out there how much I appreciate doing family meetings. I know growing up in our family, they've been really just a great thing for us, and they've always helped ease, even if it's a hard thing to get across to people, or if it's just, saying, hey, I want to go do this or go do that. They've always made things a little bit easier and have always just make everybody happy. So I just want to say how much, family meetings should be, other families should do family meetings as well, because they do work, and
Cool.
everything that you are talking about is what people should be doing, because it just makes life so much easier.
Way
So-
cool. So it is true. It does work. It does give you a place to say what's on your heart. It does give you a place that's safe where you can really speak what's so for you. And
Exactly.
it's a safe way for you to say how you feel, where you're going, what you like, what you don't like, and quite frankly, what you want, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That
Exactly.
sounds so nice, honey.
Way cool.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, I'll write you a check. Okay. All right, well, thanks for calling in, Elizabeth. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem,
All right,
guys.
take care, sweetheart.
Thanks, honey.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, how cool.
That was
That was
really
a nice
great.
treat.
Really nice treat. What a surprise. Now, so where I was this, I'm stopped. It's like, okay, now what do I do?
They work. What more do you need?
Yeah, no, that was really neat. Now, it's like Elizabeth just said, you have to create a space where you can actually just say how you feel. It doesn't have to make any sense. It doesn't have to be right or wrong, good or bad. You just need to have the feeling and the freedom to know that how you're feeling can be languaged and not be made wrong, not be judged, not be changed. People just get it. It's a safe place. All right? to have full and complete communication, and it builds the relationship. Okay? Now, family meetings are a tool for communication and relationship building that have helped countless number of families settle their differences, big or small. They communicate their concerns, they share their joys, and they have a much greater understanding of where how each one feels about a topic, or how someone may be surprised that there are some feelings about a topic they never even realized. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like a lot of times in the family meetings I've had, my kids have said something to me, and I'm just going, "Where did you come up with that?" And not like it's right or wrong. I'd never thought about it. You know, I'm not present to it. I'm off, making a living or solving a problem or doing whatever I'm doing, getting ready to go out someplace on my Harley. I'm not really thinking about it.
Well, just as a quick, for instance, when CJ decided that he was gonna play football this year on the varsity, but then he decided halfway through summer that, no, I really don't want to do that. I think I'm going to play golf. So it was like, okay. I mean, it was certainly okay, but it was kind of out of.
Oh, you mean in the family meeting we have?
Yeah.
He comes out and says, "Dad, Mom," it's really cool. He goes, "Dad, Mom," says what? He says, "I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but I got to tell you, I'm not really a contact sport type of guy. I just don't get all excited about butting heads with somebody over a ball that's up in the air." I said, "Okay." And I said, "But you've been doing it for 3 years now. Weren't you thinking about this for quite some time?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "I have been thinking about it for a long time." And I said, "Well, what do you want to do?" He says, "Well, I think I want to play golf."
I said, "Yeah."
And Susan's all fired up about it. Golf is great. And so we went, great. Well, let's figure out how do we make that transition. And one of the things we figured out is that he needed to go to his football coach and complete with his football coach about football, that he wasn't going to play anymore, turn in his gear and tell his coach, "Thank you for all these contributed to his life." Mm-hmm. And what did the coach say to him?
Oh, he thought it was really cool that he had, how do I say it, the fortitude, if you will, to come in and bring in his gear and say what he said, that, I don't think this is for me. I really want to focus on school. I'm not much into contact sports, and the coach was very appreciative that he came in and
he said most kids just don't show up for practice.
They don't even come in.
So you don't really know until the counselor says, "Hey, he's not going to play football anymore." So CJ went in and said what he had to say, and he really got acknowledged. He left the coach, left the team in a good, positive place. Everybody's still friends, and everybody's fully complete in communication.
Very mature.
Very mature. Okay, but that's what a family meeting is all about, is getting to a place where you can complete your feelings and either continue on with them, change them, grow around them, or stop them. Mm-hmm. It's okay. And it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to communicate. Now, this whole show got started last week over my frustration in having, remember I started the last week's show, I was talking about transforming America's youth, about all the differences I've made with all the kids all across the United States and all the different speeches I've given and the classes I've put on and so on and so forth. And it's all about communication. The school system is set up to really educate the mid-range kids. The really intelligent kids don't get what they need, and the kids that are a little bit slower don't get what they need because there's just not enough teachers to go around nor enough money to go around. So we teach the masses as best we can. But what about the kids that are a little bit slower? What about the kids that are a little bit faster? So I put this program together where I have the faster kids teach the slower kids. I mean, duh, give me a break. And it's all about, developing the definition of the word, what? Remember what that was? Bold. Yeah. So it's all about, what does the word bold mean? And I put a whole workshop together about that one word and about how kids develop what the word bold means, take up, and they pick, 10 topics, 10 definitions, and then they choose to live their life by those 10 definitions. And then I got those kids to teach younger kids. I got 15-year-olds teaching 12-year-olds. I got 12-year-olds teaching 10-year-olds. And it works, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is a Clay thing. It's not about something I'm all about. Is I stepped out there, I made up something, I put it into practice. Some people grabbed it, some people didn't. Some people judged, some people got happy, some people didn't. But I got really in there and made a difference, got in there and shook it up, shook it around, and got some things done. One of the greatest emails I ever got back, all right, is, "Hey, Clay, I didn't know I didn't have to do drugs." Now think about that one. So we're taking a break again. Get on back here. This is Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour. We're talking about family communications, and family meetings. Come on back.